This is Marian Davenport with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching our video voters guide or listening to our podcast. We're here today to talk with candidates running in the May 16, 2023 special district election. We're grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters of Portland Education Fund, the Weiss Foundation, and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me today is Director Kris Howatt, who is running for re-election to the Gresham Barlow School Board, Position 2, Zone 3. Welcome, Director Howatt.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this position.
I'm currently a board member on the Gresham Barlow Board of Education, and I have been a board member now for a little over 22 years. And I'm a lifetime Gresham citizen, lived here many years. If I gave you the amount, you'd be able to figure out how old I was, but it's been a long time. I went through the school system here, as did my children. And when people ask, why are you still running for the school board? I tell them I'm not finished yet. There are things that I still get excited about, things that I still want to do, and opportunities that I still want to provide for what I think of as all of my children, all the children that are in our district, and do something new and exciting for them. So that's where I am. I'm a small business owner as well, so I split my time with that. And a lot of my life, the last 22 years, has been school board service, and it is a service.
How should the district address those students who've fallen behind due to the pandemic?
That's been a very difficult thing with a lot of conversation. We've spent many a board meeting talking about that. We think of it as disrupted learning, not necessarily falling behind, but their learning has been interrupted. And there are two components to that. There's the social component. Students left in-person schooling, say as a third grader, and returned as a fifth grader, or return from fifth grade to middle school. So there's that component to work with of how do you reintegrate into being in a social environment. We're getting closer to that now. The students have had an opportunity to do that. And then we also have, our teachers are certainly able to work with students and find what they need. However, what we found is that an individual student or individual teacher is not as effective as a team of teachers. And so we have in the school district what we call the multi-tiered systems of support, which provides what the student needs, and it's not a one-size-fits-all cookie cutter. If a student is struggling in a content area, a math or reading or science, but is blossoming in another area, then they work together with that teacher and see, well, what's he doing in your classroom or she doing in your classroom that maybe will work out. And again, being mindful with our students as they're returning, that they aren't returning from vacation. They aren't returning from something that they chose to do. And they may still have family disruption. There may still be many things going on in the non-school part of their life. So it's being a little more gentle with the students and also recognizing they do want to come back and learn. They want to be part of it and they want to do this. They sometimes just quite don't know how. So it is that multi-tiered. We work every way possible that we can, and we're getting closer.
You're listening to the League of Women Voters Video Voters Guide interview and podcast with Kris Howatt, who's running for re-election to the Gresham Barlow School Board, Position 2, Zone 3. As a liaison between the community and the superintendent, how do you solicit and weigh input from teachers, parents, staff, students, and the community?
We've incorporated many different things. Again, some of the benefits that we have from COVID, our meetings are more accessible to people. Previously, you had to attend or watch it on cable access, which we're grateful for cable access, but it meant you had to do it at a certain place and time. So people can provide feedback through our virtual meetings. They can send us email. They can contact us. I go into the schools to visit, and my business does have an opportunity. People come in and talk to me when I'm in my business and let me know what's on their mind. So pretty much it's anywhere, anytime. If someone wants to talk to me and reach out to me, I'm available for that. We go to school events, we go to group events, we go to things where there are people there. Try not to interfere with what event that it is that they're at. If it's a basketball game, they don't really want to hear about school board stuff, but I'm there and visible so they can see me, and if they want to be able to talk to me. We try and work it out in a variety of ways. We also have a strong student advisory group that works with the superintendent, and that information comes back to the board, and the board can also send information up to the superintendent of issues that they're concerned about. We do that primarily because in some settings, if it's a full board meeting, our meetings are public, and there are times when a student may not want to share personal information or may not want to share something about what's going on in a public recorded session. So we provide this opportunity with the superintendent, small groups, to share what's going on in the buildings, as well as a liaison that does the same thing and reports information back to the board.
What's the single most important issue to you in this election?
Education is different. It is not the same education environment that was here 20 years ago. It certainly isn't the same one that I grew up with. There's a lot of animosity and a lot of distrust and anger from people. Not all of it directly the result of school board members, but it does get directed at us. And so it's making sure that we are available, that we speak with people and give them the accurate information about what's going on and help them get through difficult times and realize that sometimes when they're talking to us in a way that is forceful, that it's not personal, that they're frustrated with something, and how do we get past that frustration so that they feel that they are part of this community and part of the school district, and they are willing to engage with that. So that has been our biggest issue, is people are angry for a variety of reasons, and we sometimes get the brunt of that.
Thank you, Director Howatt.
Thank you.
Includes our video voters guide and podcast interview of Kris Howatt, who is running for re-election to the Gresham Barlow School Board, Position 2, Zone 3. Special election day this year is Tuesday, May 16th. Be sure to inform yourself about the candidates and exercise your right to vote. This is Marian Davenport for the League of Women Voters of Portland. Thank you for joining.